Okay, good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, you are welcome to our today's class on CHCHT 254, Essential What? Medicine. I want to welcome all of us to the final year. Our contact in your second year, second semester, Introductory Pharmacology, GMP 123 was awesome. The cooperation, I enjoyed it, and I want to believe that we'll do the same here. This is also an extension of what? Pharmacology. But now, this course is now narrowed to what? Essential what? Medicine. No, not all medicines are what? Essential. Good. Now, this is narrowed to essential medicine because of the nature of your what? Profession. The nature of your what? Profession. You work at the grassroots level. And we are not just only in developing countries. And in some other other parts of the world, there are some drugs that are essential to that particular what? Community. Am I communicating? Yes. Be it country or what have you, there's a drug that's essential based on what they actually what? Need. Am I communicating? Good. So it's important you know these medicines, that at least if you don't have anything, you should what? Have these ones. And these drugs are selected because based on a lot of criteria. You talk of their effectiveness, you also talk of their what? If their cost effectiveness, very important. Am I communicating? Are you aware? Do you know the meaning of cost effectiveness? If you say that something is cost effective, what does it mean? Any idea? Is what? Is affordable. Blessing.
It has to do with the price. Example, using a vaccine as a case study.
Okay.
If you have to treat a patient with measles and vaccinating a baby with measles vaccine is cost effective to.
Thank you. But I want someone like okay, now let me ask a question. If you buy something, if you buy this book now, you buy this book at let's say 2,000 naira, right? And this book is they bind it very well and it's strong. And you can see the write-up clearly. This book is how much? 2,000 naira. Then because they say that the book is 2,000 naira, and because you now use Igbo sense, and I'll say, if I now photocopy this book now, maybe I'll photocopy it at 1,000 naira. For example, now 1,000 naira. It's better for me to do that too, and they save what? 1,000 naira. Or maybe if I can photocopy it at 1,005 and save 500 naira. Good. Based on the cost, the money spent on buying this book and the photocopying. The photocopying is what? Cheaper, right?
Yes.
Good. But on the long run, it's cheaper. Buying this book. You see how beautiful it is? With the picture clearly, and you read, you understand. This joy you experience if you open a textbook, and it will last for you. You keep it in your what? Library. But that one you photocopy, give it 5 months, you will see, you will know where it's again. 3 of us. And if you maybe tomorrow you now want to make some references on those textbooks, you now go back and start looking for it. You will see it again. Maybe it has, you've lost it, or maybe the pages you've lost some pages from it. You will notice that at the end of the whole thing, You now say, okay, I need to buy this textbook. You now go and do what? And buy it. Which one is cost effective? Buying this book now is cost effective. Because if you now check how much you spent in acquiring the information from this book, do you know how much you spent? The money you use to photocopy and the money you now later use to buy the what? This book. You spend 5,000 naira getting the information in this book, but somebody else spent 2,000 naira getting the same what information. Am I communicating? Now let me go to our field. We are field. You are sick, or somebody that is sick. The person will now go to hospital. Will now go to one roadside and they mix drug for them, for the person. They will mix one dose, second dose, put artemether lumefantrine. Maybe the person has malaria. You put one tablet of artemether lumefantrine, put one tablet of different analgesics and the antipyretics. You put all those things, 2 doses. The person will now go. And after taking the 2 doses, he will think that he's okay. He's now okay, right? Now, you spent 2,000 naira. You know that you are sick, you have malaria. You just settle down, count 2,000 naira, go to pharmacy or anywhere you want to go. Get good anti-malaria word and get yourself treated once and for all. Now the person that makes this first dose, second dose, give the person 2-3 days. The person will now come down to the real malaria. To the real what? Malaria. To the extent that they will even carry a person and go to hospital. And they will now pay consultation fee. Maybe 5,000 naira depending. They will now go to give person bed because he will vomiting, he will lose appetite. A lot of things will happen to the person. And after the treatment, maybe the bill may be around 15,000, 15,000 naira. Treating the same malaria, he or she would have just spent what? So these 2 treatments, which one is cost effective? The other one he mix 2 times. Maybe 2,000 naira, yeah? Per dose. That one is cheaper, right? Yeah. If you count it, if you take it financially, it's what? Cheaper. But it's not actually what? Cheaper. Yes. So now, this coming down to now, let's now go down to what essential medicine are. There are some drugs. Are you aware that there are some antibiotics? One may be 5,000 naira, and the other one maybe 2,000 naira, or even 1,000 naira. In research, are you aware that one may still do the same thing? The one or 2,000 naira is doing. True of us? Yes. Effectively. Yes. So which of them is cost effective? Is more cost effective? The one of what? So in cost effectiveness, you achieve what you want to achieve therapeutically with possible lowest price or cost. Am I communicating? With that particular cost, you achieve what you want to do. What? Achieve. 2 drugs, A and B. One may still be more expensive than the other one. At the same time, more what? Cost what? Effective. Because I've seen that one several times. You see people, they will jump from one place to another place, one place to another place, after jumping around, before they now decide to go to hospital. Am I getting? Then that money they are spending small, because they want the cheap ones. That it cost more. If they have settled down, prepare themselves well, they would have gotten a better what? Treatment. So that's what cost effectiveness is what all about. So in essential medicines, because considering the locality and what is going on in a particular environment, you don't just stock your pharmacy or whatever you have where you store your drug, messing with unnecessary what? Those you don't need. Some even get expired. The two of us. And remember, most of these businesses, if they lose, they look for a way to do what? True of us. So now, but it's not that, it shouldn't be that in PHCs and some government establishment, because they are there to serve the what? The masses. Am I communicating? That's what led to. I gave simple assignment on DRF, drug revolving fund. Who got? I hope you did a good job on it. So when you read it, what did you see? Okay, you make sure that your best is good enough. When you, at least you must have go to one or two materials. What did you learn from it? Drug revolving fund. Just explain something. Must you look at the book? Just explain.
It's just a kind of.
We are brainstorming. Just explain. Just what is it all about?
Drug revolving fund is just a process whereby drug that is being sold to patients, the revenue that is being generated from that drug sale is used to buy drug in bulk.
Okay.
Understand? So that it will be readily available and accessible at all times.
Okay. That's the basic thing in what? DRF. That's what the basic thing in what? DRF. You know, most of these things owned by government and the public places, they are not supposed to, they are not meant for profit. Am I getting it? They are not profit oriented. They make this drug revolving fund and the essential medicine work together, because it's drug revolving fund to drug revolving fund to make sure that essential medicines are what? Accessible, available, not only available, are what? Accessible. Because see, if you trace most of these drugs, you see they are calling 20,000, 5,000. If you trace it, do you know the markup they put in those things? You are paying for the big house they built. You are paying for the vehicles they come build, and you use it to market their product. Hope you know. And you are paying for the adverts. Maybe they paid television listing channel, or maybe they paid all these celebrities 50 million naira for a good for them to be in their billboard. It's what they're paying for. Are you aware? This is what they will now bring down and put as their markup. That's why these drugs are expensive. And the average man, the average person in the sector may not be able to do what? Access them. So this is the hope. Drug revolving fund, essential medicine, is the hope of the common man. If you go to some hospital now, you will think they will tell you that their card, their drug is, even ESM. You are not paying for that drug. Yeah, what they're paying for is the services. It's those people that maybe they employ consultants. They built house somewhere. They borrowed money from the bank and expanded their hospital. That's what they're paying for. That's why today you can go to boutique and buy the same gin, 10K. You say okay. You go to where I say it on the roadside. You buy it what? 1K. They will go and buy it that from the same place, and they package it well and put it. You are paying for that. Maybe they are paying the house, the shop rent, maybe 50K moon, depending on the area. That's what they are paying for. You are actually paying for that what? G. Am I communicating? Yeah. So that's what. So to remove all those unnecessary money that make the poor people not to access this what? Medicine. That's why the government now came in, brought this issue of what? Drug and ensure. In fact, the first world essential medicine list came from the WHO in 1977. Now the first World Health essential drug medicine list. That was in 1977. So after that, since that time, every 2 years, they add some, remove some. That's what they keep doing. Even Nigeria also has. We also have our own. Am I communicating? Now, did they want to do? Did I give anybody the drugs in the essential Essential drug list. Who? Ezeka. What is essential? What are essential? Hey! What are essential medicines? What are they? What?
Our medicine, I mean our medicine. As a locality, a common man, they are selected based on the prevalence of diseases in that locality. And they are also easily accessible.
Thank you. Any better idea? Oh, your blessing.
Medicine can be defined as those drugs that satisfy the need of the population, most needs of the population in the particular area, and that are also accessible and at the cost the community can provide.
Good. They are those that satisfy the what? Priority. Priority what? Healthcare needs of majority. You must not satisfy everybody. Hope you know. There are some that spend ostentatiously. They feel that they have money. They come to you and say, why will I go there? And go, no. You want to go to one professor where you pay consultation fee of 20,000 naira. That's where you want to go. Hope you know. There are people like that. So you can never satisfy what? But at least majority of the what? That's why you satisfy the majority of the what? The population. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Good. So these things is not for those that think that they have money. It's for those that are actually managing. Am I communicating? Not only those that are managing, also those that actually know the meaning of essential what? Medicine. Those that actually know that I can use that money I'm wasting in those ones to still use it for something what? Better and get myself what? Treated. There are people that they can never step their foot in PHC. What am I doing in PHC? They think it's for the poor men. Am I communicating? But actually, it's not for the poor men. The first place you should even go is what? PHC. If things are well arranged the way it should be in this country, if the PHCs, if you go to PHC, you're supposed to see doctors there working, pharmacists working. All the full squad of healthcare team should be there working. That should be their first. It should be in every town. I think it is, but I don't know whether all of them are functional. But it should be in every town. That you have to be your first spot of what? Because when you now go there, that's the primary health what? Care. True of us. That's primary level. That's the first you go first. Is when they are the one to refer you if what you come for is something special that requires a specialist what? They want to refer maybe to secondary what? Healthcare. When you now go there, and if it's what they cannot handle, they'll do what? You now start going to teaching hospital. You see somebody, I have a teaching hospital. I have a teaching hospital. No. It shouldn't be like that. Okay? If you go to a civilized country, it's PhD they go. PhD, just a PM. Except those that entertain private hospital. But those that actually know the importance of government and what government is doing for them, don't patronize all those things. Because government is doing the right thing. The hospitals are well equipped. They don't need all this private system now. They don't. So the majority of the population, their priority health what? Care needs are met by the what? Essential what? Medicine. Am I communicating? So, I just want to have an overview so that in our next class, we'll now start with the topics with different things. So, no room to copy anybody. You, all man, on his own now. So you cannot hide under anybody again now. You come out here, I'll see what you did. If you don't do well, you go back and do it again. Am I communicating? If you do a shabby work, unless you want a shabby mark, if you do a shabby work, you go and do it again. If not, you have a shabby what? Mark. So any topic, but I want to advise you. The topic, if another topic is given to another person, don't try to do what? See what the person did, okay? You can collate. So you can have a comprehensive work on your own. Am I communicating? So, but if we are here, if you come out here and your work is not, I will tell you, you go and do it again until you get it what? Right. So as we are correcting these things, try as much as possible to collaborate. See what, if your own is the definition of essential medicine and what is it called again, and other things. Don't say I've done my own and go and relax. See what other persons did, especially those that I approve that this one is okay. Try to do what? Get that one also and do what? Make up your own. Am I communicating? Yes. So you can learn other topics. Don't focus on your, but that one you are given, ensure that you do it well. Ensure that you do what? You do it well. So based on this, I think I see there's something I want to talk about. When you are answering a question, for those that you see questions like list 10 drugs, right? 10 drugs in the what? In Nigeria what? Essential what? Drug list. Good. Then you also under that you now see the pharmacology of any what. See, please, if you are asked the pharmacology of a particular drug, you don't need to tell long stories. Be intentional about it. Start from, first of all, you should be able to know what the drugs nomenclature. Am I communicating? Yes. You should know the drugs what? Nomenclature. At least you should be able to talk about the what? The generic name of the drug. Brand name. At least just mention, at least one brand name is okay for me. You may not go into chemical, no, you don't need it here. You don't draw structure for your patients. At least you should be able to do what? Because if it's good you know this brand name, take it or leave it. Because sometimes you don't know what in Nigeria, we are in Nigeria. Even though it is suggested or it is we should be prescribing with what? Generic name. But sometimes some don't stick to that. So you should know your brand name. Very important. You talk of the drug nomenclature, you talk of the what? Indication. Am I communicating? Yes. You talk of the indication, you talk of the what? Mechanism of what? Mechanism of what? Action. When I say mechanism of action, you may not go and start going deep as if you're a pharmacist. At least you should be able to say it does this. Just basic. Maybe if like now antihistamine, it does what? It blocks what? Histamine what? Receptors. Am I communicating? If it is specific, when you can say it blocks H1 receptor or H receptor, just that one is okay for me. You don't go and start describing everything that happened as if you're a pharmacist. But if you can, fine, I'll clap for you. There's nothing wrong there. Okay, but I don't expect you to go to that extent. But if you know it wonderful, it's for your own what? Good. Because you don't know where you get yourself tomorrow. It's a wonderful thing. Now, but another one now, you talk about the what? What? Adverse. You just talk about adverse / what? Talk about adverse and what? Side what? At least if you can mention two, it's okay for me. Side effect. We are missing something very important. Dosage. Okay.
Is there any difference between these adverse effects? I thought adverse effects and side effects are side effects.
No. They're not exactly the same thing. I will explain that. Okay. Now, dosage, very, very what? Important. Dosage. Of course, when you talk about this nomenclature, please try to talk about the strengths, how it comes. Okay. In what strength does it come. Am I communicating? Even though different brands may come in different what strength, okay? But at least you should be able to, if there's a brand you mention, you should be able to talk about the strength at which it comes. True of us? Good. Now dosage. Then dosage form, very important. Very, very important. You talk about the dosage. You know what is the dosage form, right? Is it in form of capsule? Is it tablets? Is it suspension? Is it syrup? Okay. Then I'm telling you what if you are asked to talk about pharmacology of a drug, you don't need to start telling long story. Just hit it, bam, like that. Okay.
So that goes to what question? Drug that have both capsule, syrup, and the rest of them.
Yes. Write the one you know that is it that's available. Like now, paracetamol. Now, if you want to write the different paracetamol, you say what?
Syrup.
Tablets, syrup, injection. I'm not complicated. Suspension too. Yes, suspension. Is it clear now? Good. Now, dosage. You talk about and what? I think the dosage form should come here. Let it come after what? Nomenclature. You talk about what? Dosage form. Am I communicating?
Yes.
Then after that, you then talk about what? Contraindicated. With this thing, I think we are good to go. You have, at your level, you have done a good job in pharmacology of a what? Of a drug. You have. That means if you know these things, you know the drug. So that I just say pick one. I just glanced through some of your work. I don't know what you are doing, but it's okay. When you come out to present, I will know what you did. But now I don't know what you did. But it's okay. So this is what I expect you to do when you talk of what is it called? The of the drug. Then also basically that's what it is. That is what it is basically. Because you are expected to know the basic pharmacology of this drug, the basic pharmacology of what? This drug. So, okay.
Indication is medicinal factor.
Indication. This is adverse / side effect, and it should actually be adverse and side effect. Now, let me explain. You know, I said I will explain this. You know, drugs. Did you define drug in our second year?
Yes.
Now, drug modify a lot of things in the system. True of course, it causes some physiological changes, right? In order to exert their effects, they may be doing some other things in the system that is not what you intended for them to do. Am I completing? So, from the name side attraction, there's main thing and there's side attraction. The main thing, the drug has the effect in the system, right? We have the main effect. The main effect is what you intended the drug to do, or even what those that discovered the drug, what they carried out and noticed the drug can do. Am I getting?
Yes.
Good. But when the drug is now being used, you start seeing other effect the drug has. They now start studying other effects. Okay, so it can also do this. Sometimes those other effects may be beneficial at a point. At another point, they may not be what? Beneficial. So when they keep dangling from beneficial and not beneficial, depending on how you want to use it, that one is what? Side effect. But adverse effect can never be what? Beneficial. At any point in time, adverse effect is what? The good one. I'm not communicating. Is a negative aspect all the time. The effect that is always negative. Let me explain. There are some drugs that if you take the drug, the drug may have the side effect of making you to start feeling what? Drowsy, right? You want to sleep. Now, are you aware that in some situation, that thing can be beneficial? In some situation, they can take advantage of that to help a patient to do what? Sleep. I'm not communicating. Even though if you trace the history of that drug, that may not be actual reason, actual thing the innovator company discovered and made the drug to start for. That's not the main thing. But with time, remember we did pharmacovigilance, right? Pharmacovigilance, post-market what? Surveillance. These effects are discovered. There are some that can be discovered at when the drug is being is on a trial level, because some that they may not be discovered. Maybe when the drug has already entered the market, they start seeing some of these effects is very, very adverse, and some may just be just there. Now they will now use it. Like now, drug like chlorpheniramine can make you sleep. Some antihistamines, it's like chlorpheniramine, can make you sleep. And also that this drug, there's COVID that formulated, that use paracetamol. They now add one antihistamine, I've forgotten the name, in that paracetamol together. They now start selling it, marketing it as what to make it to maybe after the stress of the day. You have a headache, you want to sleep, you take it, you go and sleep. What they are using is the side effect of the what? The drug is not actually what the drug is supposed to be doing. In that situation now is what? Beneficial. Am I communicating? So, but adverse is for them adverse. Adverse is always what? Negative. And it can be deadly. True or false? Hypersensitivity is an adverse effect. It's a serious thing. It's a serious thing, okay? So I think that is what I expect to see when we discuss the what? Pharmacology of those that have this, that at least some maybe their own may be anti-allergics in the what? In the Nigerian World Drug essential drug list, and pharmacology of one of them. So if by God's grace, I want us to do that one very fast, PM, so that our analysis will come out. I'll give you another topics. This is how we're doing it, and as we do, we'll explain, we'll learn. By the end of the semester, you beat your chest and say, yes, we did it. Yes, we did it. So from what you did in your first semester, second semester, second year, do you think is there any change in how you see drugs? Is there any change? So there will be a lot of change after this class too, after this lecture, after this course. And wait, when I go, it's a hedge that I should ask. But do you have any idea of when you go back? 80. You want to go when? Say what you want. What? Why didn't you ask her when she came in?
She kept postponing it now.
She was postponing it till when? Anyway, anyhow, you will go. Anyhow, you should go for your eyes. So let's see how far you can cover. You can cover before we go. You go for your what?
C-word.
For your C-word. Okay, now. Okay, ask. Huh? No, ask a question. Ask a question. Hello, please. Somebody is asking a question. Okay.
That's your question.
You don't get it.
Yes.
That is simplest question there now. That's simplest question there now. That is simplest question there. You have just grammar. AJ will confuse you. That's simplest question there. What is there? What is there you don't understand there?
And even most of your critics, so we need
And nothing how?
that's just you have never heard it before.
Well, so what?
It was
Critical. See, listen carefully. Let me tell you the truth. I don't know about other lecturers. Let me tell you what you need to know. If I'm teaching you, please develop your research mind. If you don't, sorry, we have issues. If you don't, you have issues. I don't train morons. I train people that think. I train people that I refine people. I can't just come here negative A, B, C, D. Me negative A, B, C. No. The challenge you are going to meet, the challenge, telling the truth, the challenge you meet is not classwork. And how you take care of that challenge is your ability to do what? Think. It's not just about passing exam. No. That one is a no-go area. Anywhere I go, I don't hide it. I'll tell you the truth. Once I mention a topic for you, please go and do what? Research on it. There's no way. If that thing you see, the only problem you have that I didn't give it the same way. No. What I gave you A, thinking that A is equal to B, and B is equal to C. Then, select what is A. Negative option. Is A equal to C? It's him now. I did not teach you this. If you understand what I'm saying, see, higher institution education is not primary education. Am I communicating? It's not primary school education. Because that's why sometimes if you train, so to say this, that's why today, what problem are we solving in this country? That's the problem. You don't train people that cannot solve problem. What are we solving? You see people, they graduate. That's why some say that this statement they used to make that we graduate unemployable, we release unemployable graduate from school. Do you know what it means? Unemployable. See what I mean by unemployable? See, only few are employable. Most of these people you see, they carry book. They say, "I'm looking for a job. I'm looking for a job." In way distinction, having distinction is not enough. Am I completing? When you go to serious interview, you will see that they will look at it and say, it's not your result that they are looking at. It's you they are looking at. They interact with you, and after interaction, they will say, "No. I'm not talking about nepotism." Those serious companies, those serious establishments, they don't do anything with nepotism. They don't do anything but they want the best. When they sit with you and talk with you, what comes out of you will tell them whether they can employ you or not. Am I communicating? And how do you do that? You start building yourself now. You build yourself. To be sincere with you, we lecturers are here to help you build yourself. We are to do what? Build yourself. We are here to guide you. So if I come here, if you want me to come here and open one material, I'm calling note for you, you are copying, or go and copy one nonsense from one distinct, summarize it and come here, and be reading it for you, you are copying for 2 hours. After copying, you go and cram it, and come, I will say the same thing for you, you will pass, you think I'm helping you. I am not helping you. Because that thing, when you leave this place, that will just do what? Disappear. You do what? You cannot face real life. You can't solve problem. You just cram and got A and graduated. They won't employ you because they want the best. So the point I'm making is this: don't clear that thing. I don't know, for my course so clearly. You must sit down and study. You must study. You must read. I'll force you to do it, whether you like it or not. You will do it. When you now do it, you come out and appreciate. Now, if I start asking you questions, some of the things you did came out presented. Do you think you forget it easily? I don't think you forget it. I don't think you forget it, because what we do is more of brainstorming here. I will guide you, see what you did, correct you, you brainstorm, it enters well. You will explain it, you know the meaning. But if I just come here and tell you, pharmacokinetics is the study of, you are writing what the drug does to the body. You copy that and you don't even know anything about it again. All you know is that pharmacokinetics is what? It deals with what the body does to the what? drug. That's all you know. If they don't ask, tell us about, tell me about what it is. The one thing I can is tell you is this with what the drug does. Nothing else. Do you know why? You spent your 1 year cramming my notes to pass. You are struggling to do what? To pass. You don't struggle to pass in my course. You struggle to do what? Know it. So that question you people are talking about, that thing is a simple question. You just solely correct. What is solely correct? What is common source? Sorry. What's common source? Maybe I'll have to solve that question one day. I'll make out time so it doesn't create into what you are doing. Huh? Is that what? No, seriously. That thing is just, if you want, that question is just one sentence. 3 of us. Just one sentence. Did you see any number there? No error there. No error in that question. How I wish I can see the question on my phone. No error in that question. No error. I'm going to there. By the time I saw with you, hey, here. Don't worry. When I saw it, you shout. You bring what? What did you bring? Unless you snapped it in the hall. I'm going to take it one day. You know, there. It won't kill you since. So please, the point there is this. Please, I want to is where see. When I talk to you, I talk to you with experience. It's not just, I don't just talk because I want to talk. I talk to you with experience. I'm not saying that you should not study what you read, what you are taught. No, it's not important. You need it. It will be a stepping stone for you to do what? Go. Try to do something extra. Don't depend on that thing. In fact, when I was in school, if you go to my class and be calling notes, I hate such lecturers. I don't even stay in their classes. But I will like, why am I copying notes? You want to copy, give us a note and go now. Let's copy notes. I know that it's not to do what? Copy it. I prefer those that come to class, talk to us, interact with us, or give us something to do. We come back, we present what you give us to do, then we look into it, analyze it. That one they enter where? Except you copy, unless you copy people. But once you don't copy anybody, you do it yourself. Because you get this material looking for a particular answer. You get this material, you compare the 3 materials, try to bring out points from each of them. You are studying. That's what you call studying. Hope you know. Are you aware?
Yes.
That is the real study. You compare, make points get different points from different material, put them together. That is what studying is all about. It's not to sit down and be opening your mouth and be sleeping and copying it after you go and cram it and pass. No. Remove that one from your mind at this level. It will help you. Especially like those that want to go higher and those that want to be, even though nobody is indispensable. Hope you know. But some people are truly not what? Some people are truly not what? Dispensable. But the organism may not tell you that. So it doesn't enter your what? Your head. But when they are together in their top management discussion, they will say that this girl or this woman, we need her here. Please, you should not go. Even if there is something you committed, they will look for a way to ensure that you don't do what? Go. Higher, they give you suspension. But let one person that don't even contribute anything meaningful do it. Ona. So you cannot give what you don't have. If you build yourself, then you have something to do what? To offer. And Oblo notes, here offer. Oblo what? Oblo notes here. Oblo here. Note is a summary. A summary is a guide. He's a guy. So please bring out your full chest and do the topic you are told to do what. Any topic assigned to you, do it. It's for your own good. If I don't want to help you, do you know what I will do? I'll just come here and be talking, teach you. When I say, hey, this man only he this. I say cram one note or whatever material and go. But I prefer interactive word class. And once you do that, all you know is that this thing, one thing I want you to know is that I can never set what you should not know. Am I communicating? I can never give you what is beyond your what. I can't do that. Am I not the one that told you now what I expect you? What I don't expect you to start writing for me. What I expect you. But if you know it wonderful, it's for your own good. But I will not score you down if you don't go that deep, because I know what you should know at this level. Okay? I'm not the one that say I don't need a chemical name, because you don't need it. You don't do what? You don't need it. You don't need it. Those in pharmacy may need it. Those in the chemical pharmaceutical chemistry may need it. But you don't need all those things. You don't. Okay? Those that synthesize this drug may need it, because they need to know the structure, to know what they are going to synthesize. True of course. But you that is there to make sure that the patient get the right drug, right medicine, and make sure that your patient is well nursed, managed. You don't need all those long things. You don't need them. So whatever I give you, you should know it. The point is that maybe you did not do enough work on what you are supposed to do. What? Like now, if you are given assignment, if I give you assignment of pharmacokinetics, I'm expecting you to go at least. I like how some of you did their presentation in pharmaco what? Kinetics. I think I will stop here. So in our next class, this is more like an introductory what? Class, and what we expect in this course, and also to inform you that when you start your this presentation, of course we'll change by what time? By 8. I know you will not come by 8. So what I'll do is this: tomorrow, by God's grace, all things being equal, just as I came in here, anytime I'm able to leave my office, I can always come around. Okay? So we'll do one or two things. So then in our next class, we'll start with what? The presentation, okay? In our next class, we'll start with what? Presentation. Any question? Ask. Any question? Ask. Any question? Any question? In the absence of question, we'll stop here for today. Thank you very much for your attention. Okay, ask.
Give us that pharmacology clinical stuff. I didn't write the generic one, so you like this thing.
Okay, she said she didn't write the generic. Okay, you can write now, no problem. I'm bring. You can correct that one and give me a fresh one. It's okay. I'll correct it. No problem.
Thank you, sir.
All right. In absence of any question, we'll stop here for today. Thank you very much for your attention. God bless you. Sister Nkpor. Banyak di sana. Itu starting.